Hi guys, in this video we're going to be talking about the famous Winchester Mystery House. I hope you guys enjoy it. The Winchester Mystery House is an architectural wonder and a historic landmark in San Jose that used to be the residence of Sarah Winchester, who was the widow of William Winchester and heiress to a large portion of the Winchester fortune. She was born around 1840 and she grew up in a world of privilege. She spoke 4 languages, attended the best schools, married well, and gave birth to a daughter. She was left alone when her infant daughter died of an illness and her husband died because of tuberculosis a few years later. Shortly after his death, she left her house in New Haven and moved to San Jose. She bought an 8-room farmhouse and began what is known to be the longest home renovation, which stopped when Sarah passed away on September the 5th of 1922. She built this house because she had believed that the spirits had placed a curse on her and that if she wished to live, she must move out west and constantly build a house for them day and night without stopping at all. There was no plan for the house, no official blueprints were drawn, no architectural vision was created, and yet a once unfinished house attracted a lot of attention. Inside the house, staircases ascended through several levels before randomly ending. Doors would open to a blank wall and corners would round to dead ends. Since the project started, 1884 rumors have swirled about the construction. From 1886 to 1992, the construction never ended as the 8-room farmhouse grew into the world's most unusual mansion, which ended up having 10,000 windows, 2,000 doors, 160 rooms, 52 skylights, 47 stairways and fireplaces, 17 chimneys, 13 bathrooms, 6 kitchens, and was 24,000 square feet big. The house was worth $5 million in 1923 or $71 million today. She hired carpenters to work day and night. Soon the small house had been expanded into a 7-story mansion. Due to having no plan or having an architect around, the house was constructed uncoordinatedly. Rooms were added into exterior walls, resulting in windows overlooking other rooms. Many staircases were given a distorted look because of how they were added with different-sized risers. Strangely, Winchester insisted that the home was built out of redwood. However, she didn't like the look of the wood, so she insisted it was covered with a stain and a forks grain. By the time the house had been completed, 20,000 gallons of paint was used to cover the wood. Anyone who set foot in the house could tell no expense had been spared. She had gold and silver chandeliers which hung from the ceilings above the hand-inlaid parquet flooring. There were dozens of stained glass windows created by Tiffany & Co. that decorated the walls, some created by Louis Comfort Tiffany himself. Even more luxurious than the decorations of furniture were the plumbing and electrical work. The house had indoor plumbing, hot running water, push-button gas light and forced air heating, which was very rare to have at the time. Unfortunately, in 1904, an earthquake struck San Jose and the house sustained lots of damage. Thanks to the floating foundation, the entire house was saved from collapsing. However, the top 3 floors were removed, leaving only 4 floors as we see the house today. Sarah Winchester was superstitious and into a form of numerology. Her favorite number was 13, and the house ended up having 13 baths, the 13 of which was accessible by 13 stairs. Various drains throughout the house have 13 holes in them. Numerology is a study of particular numbers such as a person's date of birth in the belief that they may have special significance in that person's life. Numerology is also the belief in an occult, divine, or mystical relationship between a number and one or more coinciding events. To find your numerology number, you need to add the numerical month of which you were born plus the day and the year. Throughout the years of long construction of the Winchester Mystery House, Sarah would never confirm that the house she was building was haunted. Despite this, many rumors have swirled about the house throughout San Jose. The constructors who worked to build the house reported the mansion having daily seances with mediums to try and reach good spirits. The spirits were consulted to find out whom she was allegedly building the house for and why. These spirits are what we called one of the many illogical additions to the house. Out of the 13 bathrooms, only 1 was functional. To confuse any ghost, she would sleep in a different room every night and use the secret passageways around the house to move around, or to get from room to room so no spirits would follow her. As she lived in the house, residents would speak about weird construction, and these rumors only got worse after Sarah died. After her death, she left all of her belongings to her niece, who served as a personal secretary. But the Winchester Mystery House was the only thing not mentioned in the will, which adds to the mystery. After the house was sold, only in 2016 was a secret attic discovered. A year later, rooms that were not revealed to the public were put on display. It seemed that Sarah Winchester's house was still withholding its secrets even 95 years after her death. Sarah Winchester was a woman of independence, drive, courage, and still lives on as a legend. Her mansion is now known for its innovations, theories, design curiosities, many ahead of her time. There is heavily reported paranormal activity that resides within the walls. These stories are what attracted the 12 million guests ever since it welcomed people from June 30th, 1923. When she died, little had been uncovered about the house and about Sarah herself. Before she died, she didn't give any interviews, and she left behind no journals or family who wanted to speak to her. Occasionally, visitors will report feeling spirits that have been there for a very long time. However, paranormal investigators have not found anything, but perhaps there are still spirits haunting the mystery house, maybe even Sarah herself. She built the house for the restless. Why wouldn't she take advantage of it herself?